How can something as beautiful as this be dying? A plague is ruining the land, but the tree of life still stands. Question is, for how long? End is coming to the new world. The tribes stand divided, in need of someone strong enough to unite them, or bring them all down. This is a story with an unusual beginning. So, let's expect an unusual end. Welcome to Biomutant. Encode your DNA. Define your genetic structure. Choose a genetic resilience. Choose your fur style. Choose a genetic resilience. Choose your fur style. Pick your main color. Choose your detail color. Pick a class. Commando. Psy-Freak. Saboteur. Sentinel. Deadeye. Deadeye chosen. Good choice. Here's somebody with a troubled past, drawn into the spotlight of a story that's already begun. We're already at a crossroads. Choosing a path in life is that fork in the road where you make a choice or simply stop living. But for you, it's not only a crossroad, but a choice, a reflection of your key the prime...
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm the dark side of you. Your inner voice, to be precise. An echo of the balance and constant.
So glad you realize who
You can't
because you...
But remember...
Guess left can be right, sometimes. Stories of death and the bodies left behind. A reminder that we're at the mercy of nature and the one that preys on others. Do you remember the beast that shattered your family? Or did you choose to forget? You turned your back on our world and got lost in your own. Meanwhile, the predator only grew stronger. Better make a run for it. This is not the time nor place to end this story. This time, it was best to run and live to fight another day. Let us hope you're ready for it when it comes. The predator isn't the only threat. The wildlife started to mutate when the end of days began, and the tree of life started to die. keeps the sun out of your eyes. The oil sludges everywhere. To most, it only means death, but some have adapted to the new environment and changed with it. Evolution has its ways. The oil sludges everywhere. To most, it only means death, but some have adapted to the new environment and changed with it. Evolution has its ways. swifter than ever. Look, an emergency box from the once was. A rare sight. That pipe looks weak. The claw bar should come in handy. Whoa! It's time to find a way out of this place. No, really, I mean it. The Morks produce biomatter in their multi-organ that they shed under distress. Blobs that affect the cellular coding strands of any living being when absorbed, including you. Toxanol built vessels called arks to save themselves from the impending doom. But was it too late? It is only from the flight logs of the single ark they left behind that we know other arks traveled through the sky and beyond. It seems those that came before us never lost hope in finding a new home for their kind. Just a few moves left. Make them count. There are few records of the chain of events that led to the big apocalypse eons ago, but it's clear the world wasn't prepared for how recklessly the Toxanol Corporation would make its mark on the world. Their rare earth mining and nuclear industries generated tons of waste, and without consideration for the future, they dumped it all in landfills until they ran out of space. That's when they made the big mistake. They began dumping the toxic waste in the surf just off the coast instead, assuming that it would sink and decay with time. And they were right. But no one was prepared for what was... Once in the surf, the radiation interfered with the genetics of the wildlife and created bizarre mutations in their offspring. It had an inconceivable impact on biodiversity and the entire ecosystem. The sound of spark metal going pew-pew is never. It's coming from behind that door. A warning label. The box looks like a potential brain melt. There you go. The Wheeled One is outnumbered. You'd better help him out. Scragged him. That's the last of them. Let's talk to the Wheeled One before backup arrives. He presents... He doesn't seem surprised that... There have been rumors of a one-eyed Ronin seen outside the great... The legend of the one-eyed child that grew up as an outcast. There's no doubt you're the child. He says it has taken you a long time. It was after the attack that the Unity fell apart. Your Mumas... Had it not been for the Tree of Life... Asks if you were tired. The potato people, or Nono, are... The Nono... You'll need a net to catch the Nono, and he wants you to use his, but asks you to be gentle. The Nono... Now that he says... The tree started to die. The genetic evolution that occurred... His friend Gizmo is working on a Mekton and needs help defeating the Jumbo Puff at the end of the West Route. Wiz is still repairing his octopod to confront the Merc Puff that dwells deep down under the surface at the end of the Northwest Route. Nocco has tamed the midget and is preparing to take on the hoof puff at the end of the east route. Finally, Goop is almost done with the Goo Glide, a machine able to ride the waves of the surf all the way out to the Porky Puff at the end of the route to the southeast. Out of Date says his friends are gearing up to stop the World Eaters. Regardless, you'll meet again once you've played your part in the tribe war and the situation with the World Eater. You're getting the hang of it. Quickest way out is through the roof where they came in, and the rope looks strong enough to climb. Know that the Tree of Life is dying. Its days are numbered. Without help, it can't endure the environmental change and assault from the World Eaters. A signpost maps it out for the cartographically challenged. Let's see. Must be the World Eater that chewed off Out of Date's leg. You'll need a hat trick to bring that down. Look, a survivor. Glad to see someone made it out alive. He's heard the stories about the... Anyway, he needs help and says it's by your actions you'll be judged, not by your intentions. He can't...
Good work, clever clogs. Let me guide you into the dark.
Seriously? I always thought...
And you were wrong. There's always more dark than light.
There's still time to turn...
They're already hid.
There's Out of Date again. He must have missed something important.
Loma utulu, oloi, pilfov ugvu.
Regardless of who you choose, it won't... The Myriad's conviction to stop the World Eaters began when the Leviathans rose from the depths of the surf. Siding with the Myriad's movement for wholeness in a fragmented world might seem like the logical thing to do, but is it the right thing? One thing's certain, though. Destiny arrives all the same. The Jagni tribe only ever had one conviction: to bring balance to the world by wiping out the weak. They believe a cleansing is necessary to restore the world and want to let the World Eaters bring down the Tree of Life. But siding with Jagni isn't necessarily a bad thing. Fate will find a way.
Ato wamawa.
Out of the...
Ukambun ang ialawawat.
Another fork in the road. It's either the tunnel or the motor bridge. What'll it be? It's a bridge. Just get over it. Wham! All things end. They've restroyed this area, muddied up what used to be muck, as if it wasn't bad enough before the Tri-War began. Those look sharp on you. That's the Jagni tribe's fort. Their friendship can be a blessing or a curse. It's up to you. You're either a part of their solution to the tribe war, or part of the problem. Let's see. Says they're wary of strangers. They're at war. Points out that the Sifu has a tight schedule, but is willing to let you...
Zata is the moi totloho. Kariesne zdace. Paro, yaput.
The Jagni tribe wants to become omnipresent and, most importantly, feared. They want to vanquish the tribes, as the only way they can guarantee peace is through supremacy. The Sifu is determined to let the World Eaters destroy the Tree of Life, as it's part of their strategy to cleanse the world and start anew. He welcomes you to the Jagni. The news of a cold-blooded Ronin crossing the Great Wall through the wall that... There's... Sometimes one memory can make another come to life. He hasn't thought about... Jagni says fear and hatred is the only path to domination, but you already know that. So embracing that side of you and helping them... The Sifu... There, he wants you to focus. These are the new rival outposts your tribe needs to take control of. He says you'll regret not being on their side. The only way you'll learn their secrets, Wung Fu and the tribe weapon now, is if you defeat him. And that will never happen. You both share dark thoughts. Thinks you should track down... Sit. Shopkeeper claims you won't... Fair and square. the deep cut. Better beware, that's a mump up ahead. They were hit hard by evolution, the wonky ones especially, deformed and unfurred. Do. You can take it. Time is lost on this place, but it evokes a tingling sensation. There's something special about it, drawing you closer. Let's see. As time passes, memories fade, and sometimes feelings change. It's not about who you were, it's about who you'll become. This story is far from over. Echoes of a long-lost past, like whispers in the wind. Here's someone who takes each day as it comes. He wonders where you've been. He hopes you've been out at the... He understands Wang Fu. He thinks you should really know, knowing how... He says that wasn't too bad. At least you learned. But you need... Judging by your Mooma's look, it seems you forgot something. You promised you'd train with her before the sun goes down. It's time to go. You know you... She'll see you at the village square. Here's another familiar face with lots on his mind. He was hoping you could help him pick up some scrap for a thingamajig. He wonders what usefulness you found. He said he can work wonders with almost... You did well, but he can't help it. It looks like she's starting to lose her patience. You know she doesn't like waiting for you. She wants to see you. She wants you to grow up and start... They look determined. Better watch out. He asks you to stop right there and wonders where you think you're going. There's no way they'll... He wants to know who you think you are. He says you're... She asks if you're her. Here's someone close to heart, doing what he does best. He asks if you could help him, too, before you leave for training. He
Und lumfaub so.
He's curious.
Echinie.
He's gathered.
Amanka.
He said.
Vaksan intabaran ka maglay.
The
Je intan ka mushtag bala.
Anora ka papong.
Your Muma says it's about time you got here.
Katja Doppelu. Ruhemu tono. Antoro.
Your Muma says you did well today. She's so proud of you.
Ansonbara. Kala.
Been
Ansonbara.
catchy.
Ansonbara.
Your
Pial tu polakuto.
It's called an automaton, and it's hardwired to...
Minalagi mamuru.
Your Muma
Kala.
says rest, and you'll find strength for tomorrow. Nothing could stop Luka Lukan from setting the world on fire.
Antoro. Kensi. Kamonu.
Your Muma urges you to blaze a trail. A burnt kidling will learn to dread fire. That's just adding fuel to the flames. Give it a last burst and you'll make it. Here it comes. The past coming to haunt the present. You must go through fire and water to make it out of here. Your Muma says you can make it if you believe in it. Where she goes, you go. Blood is thicker than water. You're in deep surf. Don't make waves. The surf goes where it wants to go. It'll take you to the shore as long as you go with the flow. Death is not to be feared by one who has lived life with a pure heart. A part of her will live on in you. The creature is hungry for more. Nothing is going to stand in its way now. If a sacrifice is made for someone else, it's not lost, but passed on to the next. Life must go on. Real sacrifice comes from love and necessity when all other options are exhausted. The ultimate test of conscience is the willingness to give up anything to save what you truly care about. What you do for yourself dies with you. What you do for your kin remains and makes you immortal in their memory. As the moment fades and is lost, the only thing that remains is loneliness. It doesn't mean you'll forget your past. It simply means you need to move on. Might turn a blade or two. Let's see what you can make. The tribe's caught a fluffy hulk. Better watch out, it's no pet. They couldn't keep it down. Fluff hulk's on the loose. Injured. They've received... You should hurry there and help them storm the outpost. Look, an emergency box from the old days. Wow, bet that nut makes a tight fist. Tunnels like this still carry echoes from the past. Can you hear it? That ain't bad. This place, that notice board, filled with the leftovers of used-to-be wants. You're getting close to one of those old... the Toxanol Corporation. Well, there must be... Let's see. It's Peekaboo Park. Young ones love this sort of place. Chop, chop. Uppercut it. This asks you to do the right thing for the sake of... It's sad to see you're staying on this road to ruin and that you're...
Yes, that's the way. No arguing with that.
Sometimes you're...
Don't ever doubt...
Even the...
Stick with me.
That's a Myriad tribe outpost. Punch time. Not gonna happen with your key energy level. You might want to fall back. Yuck! Biohazard. Sickening. The Vespidat outpost, long-time home of the Myriad tribe. Let's see.
Emasahela troele
Says you need to hit them with...
Bayo Oshina Toshina Mai. Oseda Koma Sad
They're eager to stay.
Leolan Matfele.
Here's the first line of defense. That's a bomb lobber. That hit the spot, wrecked it. Give those twirly wheels a turn. Yes, the river tub's going down the drain. Keep going. That cage is holding a helper. Says they've been treated fair, but is glad to see you. Hopes you'll treat the rivals with the same respect. Grateful that you're willing to move. A sharpshooter. The scaffolding looks unstable. Better stay clear of the red ray. Here's the second line of defense. Red means danger. Timber. Bet a big bump will bring it down. Switched off the light. A barrel shoot. Smack it to get a barrel out of it. Then hit it toward the gate and blast it. That looks splody. Shoot it and watch it blow. Not to kaboom. You're in. Almost there. The outpost belongs to your tribe now. He says you made them weaker, but they won't give up. Your Sifu thanks you. Your tribe is growing stronger.
Is the Moi
Says you did a great job capturing the...
Mali Muzamit.
Out of Date says he's doing his...
Yo wo tulua. Atu wam atu awa ya ya.
That's the sound of impending doom. Out of Date's premonitions of imminent disaster are true. The Porkypuff needs to be handled.
Atu wamawa.
He says
Tuluya.
Goop is working on making his goo glide strong enough to break the waves out to the World Eater.
Tuluya. Utu lula.
Goodbye to another night. That there's Subnautica Station. Goop flounders around in there.
Yangu. Ajitawa.
Says Goop says memories fade surprise. Now the time has come for you to remember. He understands.
See? On...
Only the dark.
Oh,
Let the light shine.
light eventually, but...
Wishes you. Wonders why. No. You should return when. The gooing of the water in the ground is spreading. You can't wait to get out, can you?